Alrighty, you dead set legends. What is going on? Of course, it's another day. It's another live show. It's just wanting to spend time with all of you awesome people out there because I just fucking love it. Welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling live stream in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and as always, you better bloody believe it, my retirement package. This is the 2019 Melbourne Cup, third place, 80 to 95 kilo left arm amateur. Look at that. Hey, just take a photo, screenshot it, do what you got to do because this shit is awesome. I absolutely love it. I'll tell you what I absolutely love before we get to all you legends in the comments. All my Patreon and YouTube bangers for as little as 50 cents a week. Boy, oh boy, do you guys support the Aussie Arm Wrestler and you come in droves and it really, really helps. It's just going unbelievably well at the moment. You get behind the scenes, a bit of an update of who is coming on the show and what else is happening. Mate, they're that good. I've just got to show them again. You see your Retro Rices, your Mario Tambakis, your Marcus Thompsons, your Proud Sons, Master Shake, Big Frank, Cooper Maxwell, Beer Man, Gorilla Arms, Iron Giant, Crowbar Jones. You got Left-Handed Stan, Brian Damage, and the Memories. One more time, anyone and everyone, please, if you are just entering, give us a ready bang, you dead set legends. You got no idea how much this really helps. Really, really, really helps, which is good. Just everyone, bloody just been awesome. And let's see what legends are in the comments at the moment. Here we go. We've got Dan John just giving a quick ready bang. Is the ready bang here. Pete West has come in and gone ready bang. Pathetic and lame at PAL. Ready bang. The number one catchphrase in arm wrestling history. And I tell you what, this catchphrase is making moves and hopefully landing some deals. David Marr with a ready bang. We'll get to some comments in a moment. Sarah Latona, loving this show, doing great, Jake. Fingers crossed, Sarah. The Good Pullers package comes in the mail today. Fingers crossed there. Then we've got Dejon with another ready bang. Devon's forearm. Now, if this is the real Phil Rasmussen, can't tell by the picture, but if it's the real Phil, I tell you what, I hope you are bloody recovered. If you don't know who this man is, he's Presidential Phil, and he's got the Aussie Arm Wrestler's most handsome man in the arm wrestling world. I hope you are fully recovered from organising over the top. I tell you what, it was the best production tournament, which got me thinking, Supermatches or tournaments, and we're going to talk about that. But I've just got to get to everyone in the comments. Sarah gives me a ready bang. Devon's forearm. Ready bang. Way too strong, which is all happening here. David Marr says, Aussie Arm Wrestler, the number one commentator, which is good. Varley comes in and says, what's going on, Jake? What's up, fellas? Ready bang. And what's up, ladies, as well? Because we've got Sarah in the chat. Good to see you looking rested, buddy. Well, I'll tell you what, and it's because of you, Phil, and because of everyone that supports the channel, why I look a little bit rested. Because just quickly, before we get into, the thumbnail itself, super matches or tournaments, why I look a bit rested is because I was knackered. I was genuinely knackered throughout the tournament, after the tournament, a week after the tournament. But I was on the fix straight after the tournament, and poor Lockie just wins $10,000, and within 24 hours, he's back to work. So I salute all of you that support the Aussie Arm Wrestler to ensure that this is my work. So, yeah, really, really appreciate it. Left-handed Stan, one of my YouTube bangers, says Pradeep's left is looking good these days. Well, his left can look as good as it wants. I don't know if I'm allowed to leave the country. My training has dropped off a bit, obviously because of this, and got a baby on the way. Not too long now. Baby on the way, ready to rock and roll. The Money Slam, Marcus Thompson in the house. Facebook comment. Warlock Arm Wrestling TV salutes the Aussie Arm Wrestler. Well, Marky boy, I salute Warlock Arm Wrestling TV. Congrats on 100K views with the Larry vid. Thanks, mates. Yeah, if you haven't seen, that video is just going gangbusters. Almost at 101,000 likes, 101,000 views, which for someone who hasn't even hit 5K, it's like a 2,000% return, which is good. Jeremiah CH, he says, Ready Bang, thanks for the laughs last night. Wow. It was something else. Maximum Bang Monday. And you could almost call this show the pre-drinks, couldn't you? You could almost call it the pre-drinks to what's going on. Because you know Beer Man's with Burgoyne is coming on a little later on. But why are we here? So I'm just having a quick look at everyone being awesome in the comments section. Where are we? Why are we here? I want to have a chat. I want to have a chat with you guys. And I'm going to be, this is what it is, super matches or tournaments. We're going to talk about, are super matches more interesting than tournaments? Are they better for the sport? Which one do you prefer to pull in? There's going to be so many tangents. There's going to be so many contradicting arguments. But I just want you guys to have a vote. And just have a vote. Minecraft Squarehead has just popped in. He's having a bit of a look. Matthew Craig is just stopping by to say g'day, which is unbelievable stuff. So we've got a poll going on, 41 votes. Now, it's a very broad question I've put in the poll. Which do you prefer, super matches or tournaments? So it's just, where do we start off? Where do we want to go? What's better for the sport? What's more better for the casual fan? Because it's, let us all know in the comments how you're going to work about it, how you want the question answered. Because, yeah, we're going to talk about it in so many different aspects. Just having a look at the comments. Look, Over the Top 2 was an annual mega event. I would love it to be every year. So if this happens, I guarantee you now, if Over the Top 2 happens next year, I will guarantee you John Brzezinski and Devin Larratt will be there next year. Just saying. Guaranteed it will be next year. I can tell you that right now. Troy Brown, you like being in a tournament and watching a tournament a little more than super matches. I prefer tournaments in general. I prefer to pull in tournaments but watch super matches. So it's a matter of what aspect you want to go on. So me personally, super matches or tournaments. For me, super matches win easy. And this is only for me, it is whether I'm an athlete pulling in it. It's and this is all going to be, you contradicted yourself. What are you saying there? But what about this? What about that? It's just going to be an all over the shop discussion. You dead set legends. So when I pull in a tournament, I'm a very slow puller. I need a bit. I don't really pull tournaments anymore, but I need a bit of waking up, and I feel that I'm a better coach than puller. So I can really nitpick where it goes. But when you pull in a tournament, I might be pulling, say, Sarah in the tournament. That was the last comment I saw. I pull Sarah. Sarah gets the jump. Sarah pins me. And then in my mind, I reassess and I'm like, I'll start higher. and I'll win the next 3 and I'll win this super match. So it's for me, it's a bit of a I prefer to pull in super matches because I'll get there and I might get a stop or I lose the hit and I'm like, give me another, I get hungry. I'm like a bloody junkie. I'm like, give me another hit. Give me another go at this person. And we are rocking and rolling. Quick side tangent. Master Shake. After this show, I am straight off to the post office to post your t-shirt finally. Sorry it's taken me so long, mate. Been a bit busy here in the Aussie Arm Wrestlers household, but your t-shirt will be in the post and I'll send you a photo of the tracking number on armwrestlingforums.com. So as a personal, I prefer to pull in a super match. I prefer my super match to be in a tournament aspect. And what I mean by that is, okay, we've got a tournament going on and we're going to kick off the event with the Aussie Arm Wrestler pulling in a super match. Therefore, I've got a big crowd. I've got a big crowd and the atmosphere. I can help build the atmosphere. We can create the atmosphere and it's going to be awesome there. So that's where I prefer to go. Personally, I prefer to pull super matches. What is better for the sport? Now, it's a vicious cycle, this one, and I'll explain why in a minute because I want to just read some of the comments that are coming. Alex McDonald says, sup, Aussies. Pathetic and lame says, tournaments for the most, super matches for the superstars. Now, this is the vicious cycle here, Sarah. It's like, I think tournaments are great for arm wrestlers, but I believe that super matches are better for getting arm wrestling to the non-arm wrestling fan. Yes. Super matches are quick, good for new viewers to watch. See, there it all is. It's all... Dominic Lorez says, over the top 2 was my first tournament. Would love a super match one day. Left arm. Just organise one at your club. Just do it at your club. I'm going to try and organise one with someone and go, hey, man, next week, I'm not ready for super matches or anything, but I'm like, does someone want to have a super match before my wife has a baby so I get that competition feel? You organise it at your club. You got 10, 15 people there cheering. Who cares about the result? If you get your ass whooped, you get your ass whooped. If you win, awesome. Just enjoy it. I've got a cool crew that I wouldn't mind just going one after another, pulling it. So just go there. So, yeah, it's a real catch-22. Obviously, if you have the superstars, it doesn't really matter what happens. But the way to get new people in the sport is exciting super matches. That's how you get new people into the sport. How you get those new people to participate in the sport is the tournament. Because the tournament, you get a couple of goes. So the unique aspect that we have here in arm wrestling is a double elimination tournament. Very rarely do I see in the arm wrestling world, in the sporting world, it is always single elimination tournament. I think the NBA is the only one that really doesn't because they always have a best of 7 in their playoffs. But if you look at the NFL, if you look at AFL over here, single elimination. You look at all the college sports, top 64 in the country, go bang, single elimination tournament. So I think we are lucky because then it gives. So they've come on and they've watched the super match, WAL, Arm Wars, East versus West, whatever, and they're like, I like this. I want to get on board. So then tournaments come in. Now, they'll get to the table, and if tournaments are done properly, they're going to go against usually the best in the business, the best person at your event. Because if it's done on rankings, then they should do it. So they get one go, and the top dog should guide them down and let them know what it starts off and goes bang. Then their second match is against a mid-tier bloke. And then that's when they get where I feel they get a true proper taste of the tournament. Then it's everyone else in the venue to guide them, help them, and make them feel included. To keep them into the support. So in the sport. So it's a whole aspect of it. Let me hit some of the comments up because I got right into my things. Let's have a look. Here we go. Can we get a picture of you and your third place trophy signed? Mate, if you guys want to pay for it, absolutely. Bloody shipping these days is ridiculous. Guys can really make names of themselves in a tournament. Arif is an awesome tournament puller, and that's where I first heard of him. Spot on. Justin B says, imagine a tournament. Yeah, superstars. So that's how it goes. Supermatch for pay-per-view eyes. Tournaments are more for arm wrestling nuts with years of experience to appreciate it. But they have their own place in their own audience. They really do. They really do. But yes, if you're willing to put a lot of money into it, Over the Top did a phenomenal job in making tournament pooling look awesome. Because sometimes you just leave a camera and people come up to the table, quickly go, bang, and they just go for so long. Tournaments are all day. And that is fine. That is fine because someone like me loves just sitting there all day in an arm wrestling tournament. Whether I'm on the mic or off the mic, it is awesome from there. If someone isn't already a top arm wrestler, no one will care about his super match. Yeah, you do have a fair point here, Silver Spoon. You do have a fair point. That does happen because, but still have super matches. It doesn't mean your super match always has to be live streamed. It doesn't mean your super match always has to be on a pay-per-view. But what you can do if you are a no-name person, build character, build your social media platform, have an exciting match. So if I'm pulling in a match and I know I've got the person, right, and I'm filming it or I live stream it and I get someone in a spot, I'm going to grit my teeth and grind so the match looks interesting. It doesn't look good when you flash, 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 and off we go. So, let's have all the comments here. People just like the social experts, performance enhancing pancakes. Guys, help him out. Go check out his channel. He's a cool guy. I really like performance enhancing pancakes. I think super matches have a lot more potential and character development for pullers. Yes, if you want big money, so you gotta pull the tournaments. The tournaments is almost like playing the reserves before you get called up or riding the bench, at your big elite sports teams. And then when you get called into the top 5 or the starting 11 or the starting team, then you go into super match formats if you want the big matches. From a puller's point, rankings in tournaments is key. Now, this opens another kettle of fish, a bloody box of worms. Fuck, I can't even get me words right. It opens everything. Marcus, because now when you are doing all of your rankings, are you including both? Should we have a separate tournament rankings? Here's Marcus Thompson, the number 1 tournament puller in Ireland, going up against Jake Ward, the Aussie arm wrestler, the number 1 super match puller in Ireland, going head to head. So I know a lot of the rankings include everything, not just tournament pulling. And a lot of people don't want to pull tournaments anymore, which is good. The Arm Wars platform is amazing. I come from an entertainment background, been performing since I was 3. Arm wrestling needs more entertainment in it to get the sport bigger. Bingo. Nailed it there. Big Frank. Yeah, big ledge. Hey, welcome. Welcome on board. Thank you very much for becoming a banger. Beautiful. You superstar. Thank you very much for that. We'll leave that there until I find Find another. Here we go. Here's a big thing. Keep plugging over the top, guys, and we just might do it again in 2023. So, side note, this is, you know how people are like, oh, I don't want to buy the pay-per-view, I'll just watch it on YouTube later, or someone will pirate it. Well, look at the production of Over the Top, and look, I don't know the numbers, but fucking costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. So then if we miss out on pay-per-views or views for the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation channel, which I hope you're all subscribed to, then Phil Rasmussen and the team are just going to go, no. Because I know a lot of people, and they don't mind, but a lot of people were out of pocket with that. That's why you shouldn't pirate anything. And I asked Phil before I put my footage up, once Phil gave me the go-ahead. Can we just drop the word super and call it a best of 3, 5, 6 match? Unless you're elite, it shouldn't be a super match. Very old-fashioned, Philbert. Very old-fashioned. Very old-fashioned. I think it's called a super match because at a tournament, you only have one match. And because there's more than one match in that match, it's called a super match. But I do understand what you mean, as everyone is having a quick match. We definitely, here we go. My man, I've been screaming for you to get matches at Arm Wars, mate. It's costing me a fortune in Super Chat. But Mario just jumps in and he says, tournaments all day. And some people prefer tournaments. All right, then. For all of you guys that love tournaments, for all of you guys that really, really love tournaments, how can we make tournaments interesting? Now, you've got to understand, you are trying to engage the viewer. When you're at the event, not a problem. When you are there, not a problem at all, because you're in the moment. You sit there, you get excited, you feel like you're on a first date, the nerves are there, you look at this person, I hope I get you first round, then you, I don't want you, I want you. Are you in my division? You look too big. Oh, you weight cut and then fucking 8, 10 pastas. The excitement and the atmosphere is amazing for it. But now, how do we project that on the screens to get someone like me to watch it for 8 hours? Because I have a few people that want to watch the super matches. I have a few people watch the tournaments. I have a few people that are, are interested or have it on the background as they go about their day. But yeah, so tournaments have a place. The one thing I do like about tournaments is it can almost really solidify you. Like, it's so contradicting here. It can really solidify you as the best in the room. It really can. But then on the flip side, Mario was going to win our state titles anyway. Mario was going to win. He'd clean up everyone. But then the match to get into the final, was Andy versus Fatale Mateo, and they just ripped each other out, ripped each other to shreds. So then when Fatale, who somehow got the win, came to the final, it was just easy pickings for Mario. So, which is good. Just separate tournament and winners face in a super match. Now, another thing is, when it comes to tournaments, do you like the double elimination tournament? Should you cap on how many people pull in a tournament? Because I know, and I'm seeing some of the numbers, whether it's at national tournaments or tournaments when I see overseas, and they're like, oh my God, this person, we had 100 people in this division. Should you cap it? Should we go from there? Tournaments do have a place. Third. Very nice, the schmo. That's what I mean. I got this in a tournament. I've got medals for winning super matches, and I've got this in a tournament. So we'll go from there. My man. Scream to the hills. I want this guy to be a genuine megastar from Australia. Mario Tambakis. You saw him. He was the first person to pin Larry Wheels in a tournament and did it easy. And he comes in. Thank you very much for the support, Mario. You're a Patreon member as well. Says some of the best moments in arm wrestling history have occurred in tournaments. Example, John versus Dennis Zloty tour. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of the best matches have happened. Lately we're getting a lot of snooze fests in tournament, in super matches. We're getting a lot of 3-0, 3-0, 5-0, 6-0, 3-0. So yeah, we have a big responsibility in the whole world, like in the arm wrestling world, to ensure both are exciting. I mean, at the moment, 80 votes and 68% of you prefer super matches. That is a very bland blanket statement. Eric is coming. Says, Aussie, you stud. Ready, bang. Let's go to some of the comments section. Big Frank says there's a gold-plated trophy. Mate, this ain't gold-plated. This is 140 carats. Look at it. Hey? It's just the best. But another example as well, if you guys just love competing, pulling in tournaments, pulling in super matches, that's fine. But when it comes to building character and trying to make a few dollars for it, I mean, look what I've done with this. It's just all about building character. Troy Brown says, should have qualifying for bigger events so they are not 10 hours long. That's not a bad idea for your national tournament. You could have, okay, here is, we're only going to have 20 in the tournament. And, okay, we've got the Northwest, the South qualifying and things like that. Sometimes people just don't have the time. Some people just don't have the money. They don't have the venue. So it's like all eggs in this basket. And also, like, whilst I do agree, Troy, the person organizing it is like, well, if we get everyone to this event, this will fund next year's event. So if it's under a different banner over there and a different banner over there, money plays a big thing. Plenty of gold in Australia, Frank. Let's get the metal detector. Hey, come dig for gold over here. But we might not scan the trophy too much. And this also plays another effect in it. Lazy Hook says, I watched every single second of the over-the-top tournament. Your commentary, the stream quality, and popularity of competitors kept me watching all day. Thank you for including the commentary, mate. Thank you. But yeah, the multi-cameras, there was money invested. There was money invested in it, and that's why I thought it was thoroughly successful. Geez. The comments are bloody flying. Here we go. Geez. Funny thing, Richard, I've never watched the sit-down tournament. I've seen a few. I'm not sure about them. Alrighty, so yeah, look, yeah, and I mean, there's always going to be improvements needed for all of them. Of course, every time we see a super match, the first thing that gets brought up is what rule set is it under. I mean, but the way that you're going to go about it, I mean, you could have. I know a lot of places are having a mixture of both. They get super matches there to entice you to come to the tournament. Awesome. Michigan State. Our main event is Todd Hutchings versus Chance Shaw. And we're going to go bang. And then from there, stick around because Chance Shaw and Toddzilla are hanging around. That'll get you to the tournament. You might be able to show off to Toddzilla or Chance Shaw and show them that you can grip and rip and you're the next big thing. Because that's always, whenever I watch tournaments, that's what I'm looking after. The next big thing. And by next big thing, you don't even have to win. For me, you have to be a character. You got to be a character. You have to. You have to be a character. Varley quickly asks, Jake, you have anything lined up for commentary? Any gigs? No paid gigs. No paid gigs. WA wanted me, Western Australia wanted me to go over and commentate their states, but it's just too close to when my wife gives birth. But I am talking with New South Wales about going up there in July. Still waiting from the call from Core Sports. Still waiting for that call. They haven't announced, so they're going to announce all the other matches, and then hopefully get the call, which is good. All right, so I'm going to end the first poll. So the first poll, let's end this poll. So 67% of you prefer super matches, but that was a very open-ended question. Right, let's get another poll going. What is better to attend? Super matches or tournaments? Now, this one here is a very interesting one. So I've got there, a poll should be firing now. What is better to attend, a super match or a tournament? Is the poll up? The poll is up. Let's go. So now, if you have a whole day of super matches or a whole day of tournaments, it's a catch-22. So I prefer to attend a day of tournaments. Now, why I prefer that? Because if I'm going to a local one, 9 times out of 10, 9 out of the 11 matches on the card are going to be a 3-0, 3-0. I love to be engaged. I love the aspect of the unknown. So, if I turn up to a tournament and if I turn up to a tournament and I come in and I see two, whether it's me or two people on the table, and A flash pins B. Well, that's it. I don't have to watch that another 2 times and waste another 10 minutes. So, and we move on and we move on. So I get interested in the aspect of this match could go anywhere. Okay, it went the way that I thought, but then we move on. When it comes to a day of tournaments, it's like, oh, this match could go anywhere. A flash pins B. Now I've got to see that another 2 times. Flash pin, and off we go. So that's where I find it all very interesting. So I would prefer to attend a tournament. Obviously, if you're giving me the microphone, then absolutely, I really enjoy that. But what do you guys prefer? The votes are coming in. It's very even at the moment. Both can work. This is why I get muddled up. This is why I go on tangents. This is why I lose track, because I genuinely believe it is one of the rare sports where 2 different aspects of the sport is so important and they need to go hand in hand together. Let's have a look at some of the comments. 100%, Marcus, 100%, my man. Got to sell yourself, not literally, but give it the big one and back it up. You have to. You have to be a character. You've got to do it. You've got to do it if you want to pursue this area as a full-time gig or make a few dollars for it. If you're happy just pulling in tournaments, like a Daniel Mosier and just being the best in every state, then that's fine. He's happy doing his beautiful spice business, delicious Mosier spice. But, he just loves pulling. He just loves beating people, just reminding everyone that he's super quick, super fast, and pins everyone. That is fine. Some people want to have a super match every month and make their monthly wage, so that's all they have to do. Train all month, pull super match. So, yeah, you've definitely got to give it the big ones. That's for sure. Ain't no ready bang like a super match. Ready bang. That is unreal. Well, yeah, now this buddy takes over as well, isn't it? The after pulls. Now, My advice to anyone running a long day of tournaments or a long day of super matches, only have the tables that are for competing on. I have seen lately a lot of the times, and this can really help your tournament feel amazing, look amazing to the viewer. If you have a tournament going on and you're running 1 table, 2 tables, 4 tables, 10 tables, only have the tables on stage that are competing. As soon as you have a warm-up table over to the side, once people have stopped competing, they're not interested in the tournament. They're not interested in watching. Because you know what they do? They do this. The after pull. Oh, man, I saw you. I didn't get to see. Can we grip up now? And then the amount of times I look over and 30, we start off with 100 people watching. And then I look around, there's only 30 people watching the tournament. Why is that? Because the early divisions, they've all pulled and they want to keep pulling, which is fine. But we all watched you. You got to go watch them. So, yes, the after pulls are great, but do it after the tournament, after pulling, which is amazing. Just trying to get in there, which is cool. The switcheroo is back on board. The switcheroo is back on board. You dead set legends. You dead set legends. I don't know. I lost my sub. Here we go. You're back on board. Love it. Everyone's just talking about what they're just having a look at the everyone's just having a chat with themselves. Derek Smith in the house. AW Derek, I'm so happy you have a match at East versus West. So excited for that one. So excited. He goes, or they leave if there's no after pulling tables. They can leave, but fuck them. Let them leave. Then you don't really need those sorts of people. If they're not willing to support everyone that is there, look, some people are a bit different. They've got to go compete, then they've got to go do the family thing. But if they are leaving because there's no after pool table lined up for them after their matches, then fuck them. Then, if they're not willing to wait till the end of the tournament, we sat there and we watched their matches and got behind them and screamed for them. But just because they're in a lighter division or their division went first, doesn't mean they have the right to just take, Could you think about it, Derek? They do the super heavyweights first. And you and Michael Todd were in the final of a tournament. And you guys pull. Then, say, the heavyweights or the middleweights are pulling afterwards. And you and Monster Michael Todd are straight away on the after pull table. Well, no one's watching the tournament. No one's watching the tournament, big fella. So, and if they leave, then they're not. If they leave because of this reason, Derek, I don't want them in my. Yeah, I don't want them in my. They're not there good for the sport. All righty, what have we got? Travis is saying going to the Monster Factory event July 9th and pulling in my first tournament the following Saturday. Good on you, Trav. Good luck to you. Yes, Derek is winning. Derek is winning, and he's winning big time, which is good. And everyone is saying Derek wins. Yes, no more captions tonight, Jake. Maybe one of the risers so we can fill in the rest. No more. Geez, that was funny last night, but no captions tonight. This is like your pre-drinks before the beer mans with Burgoyne. I like to have a chat with you guys, have a bit of a live. I do love doing these lives, and this one's gone all over the shop because both are so important for the sport. But yes, we will go from there. Everyone's having fun. Yes, Miko, both are equally necessary. They both are there. They both are there. Yeah, and this is something that we can improve on or things like that. I feel like a broken record, says Sasquatch. But he says friends or teams laying down for each other is cheating in tournaments. Good luck if you have no friends. Correct. Oh, look, and that's fine. But you know what? If you lie down for your friend, then yeah, I mean that's a bit silly, but that's your own fault. You just paid money and copped yourself a loss, so that's your own fault. That's your own fault. Derek's just putting on weight. Big Derek. He's just putting on weight. Derek, if I send you a link, have you got 10 minutes to talk? Have you got 10 minutes to have a chat? You big fella. We can have a quick chat about super matches and tournaments because you've pulled a lot of them both and you've pulled a lot of them recently. Derek, if you've got 10 minutes, I'll send you a link, but let me know in the chat. And you guys let me know if you want Derek to quickly pop on. Marcus Thompson nails it. It's my favorite, man. It's my favorite. Can't beat a good live with the usual suspects. Oh, I absolutely love it. Man, you guys are the best. I love just hanging and banging, sligging and slanging with you because, as you can see, as soon as I mention it, you guys make me smile and we have a lot of fun and we are up and about for it all. Just try to. All right, send away. All right, I'll send it to your Facebook, Derek. I'll do that now. And then we'll get Derek on for a quick chat because I know he's pretty busy. Do Derek, the big vitamin D. All righty. Man, my Facebook takes forever on my computer. But that is okay. And then hopefully soon we'll get what's going on here? We'll get Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler on. I just got it.
Well, now you want Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler on?
Hello.
I'm just saying hi. Hi. Love.
I'm just replying to Uncle John as well. Do you want to quickly say hi to everyone?
Sure.
No. I am sure. Derek, I've sent you a message. Does everyone want to quickly say hi to this lovely lady? We're talking.
Hello. Hi.
There we go. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone. How's it going?
Then you can say hi to Derek once he figures out his computer and things like that.
Hi, Derek.
Hello. You hear me?
How are you?
How's everybody doing?
He'll just set up. Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler, one quick question before you go.
I was trying to grab the cute dog.
You've pulled in a tournament. You've seen your husband crush it in super matches, and I'd crush this 6'8" vitamin D on the screen with me. What do you prefer, super matches or tournaments?
I actually voted in the poll.
Oh, what'd you vote for?
I believe I voted for super matches because I knew that you preferred super matches. I didn't really have a preference, but I picked super matches.
But you have even placed in a tournament twice.
True. I have a soft spot for tournaments because of
And everyone just quickly before we get to Big Derek, he says, hello, Mrs. Aussie, you friggin' legend. Dan John says, hello, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler. Big Frank says, hi, Mrs. Aussie. Eric with a hello. Sit on my lap. You can't kneel on the ground. Hello, Mrs. Aussie. Sarah Latona says, the gorgeous Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler.
Aww.
Thomas Miles says, hope your health is good, Mrs. Aussie. And Varley says, is Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler Sap the Bee? No, we can't afford to be Sap the Bee with all those super chats and things like
Just
that.
Sap the Beach super chat you and Uncle John.
Oh, he super chats everyone and drove Devon super insane.
Who is Sap the Bee, or do we still not know?
No, we still don't know.
Question.
I reckon it's Derek.
Oh.
Because he somehow got himself on an East versus West card.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. The big vitamin D, the man who put on 8 pounds in an hour.
In an hour.
In an hour. And he's about to crush every single person over there in Turkey. We absolutely love him. And it's Derek Smith. Derek, my man.
What's up? What's going on, man?
Mate, super excited that you've quickly come on. You jumped on to watch, and I thought I'd send you a bloody message and hang out. Now, we might talk about East versus West a bit later. You've been watching super matches or tournaments. You have done both, and you have done both for a very long time. I'm going to ask them in separate ways. If you are participating, what do you prefer?
I probably, man, that's such a weird question for me. They both have their draws, and the reasons I like them both are separate. I think as a competitor right now, I'm pretty much only doing super matches with my right arm, and right now I'm doing tournaments with my left arm. I mean, I'll do a super match with my left arm, but I'm throwing this thing all over the place, like whatever, excited to have fun with it. But I feel like a super match is more indicative of how smart of an arm wrestler you are, how well-rounded of an arm wrestler you are, like in terms of how you can change your game and adjust throughout the rounds and how you can answer problems that arise. Not necessarily always the stronger arm wrestler. Like a tournament will show you if you're the stronger guy, you can kind of get one win and move forward, right? You can have one sick move and that's it. No time to adjust. That was it. You had your chance, right? So they're kind of just separate, right? Like Travis Bajent, amazing tournament puller, like one off, uses barely any energy. It moves up the bracket really well. Some insane hook puller, not super well suited for a tournament, right? So it's like everything has their merits, and if you can take them for what they offer and what they don't and enjoy them both. But as a competitor, I like arm wrestling a bunch of different people in a day, in one stretch, and that's fun to keep seeing new faces and solve new problems really quick. But I also really love applying myself and thinking through rounds and trying to, heal and come up with an answer for this and this problem that I've been getting ready for months. So right now, I think I prefer super matches probably. But man, I really love tournaments as well. I do love them both for sure.
Well, you are right. It was wrong to ask you. It wasn't very hard. That's right. You've got to go. It was impossible to ask you with that answer. No, I definitely get it. And I was just interested to get because now you've gone pulling tournaments. And now you are getting your just desserts. You're getting the big super matches. You're getting, the big things like that. So of course, yeah. And your answer also might be blinded because your big super match coming up is, helps you monetary wise, helps your channel grow exponentially into the European market and things like that. So it goes from there. Next question I'll ask you and everyone else in the chat is, Benji Max says you're leveling up. Eric says, let's go, Big D. And he's all going on in there. So then you've got the day off, Derek. You've got the day off. The Aussie arm wrestler rings you up and he goes, Derek, man, come down to our event. Are you hoping that my event for you to just watch and enjoy yourself is a whole day of tournaments or a big super match series where I've got 11 super matches on the card?
Well, I would prefer super matches. I like watching the adjustments. Generally, super matches are more carefully matched up, so they tend to be closer than tournament draws, because tournament draws usually just most times smashing the other guy, right? Just luck of the draws who you got. So generally, super matches are a little closer in strength and things like that. That's why they're putting up their own money and things like that. And I love in-depth arm wrestling. I like seeing adjustments and what people can do and how they can change things throughout the rounds. And generally, you see that more in super matches. So I would prefer watching super matches myself.
There you go. All righty. Okay. Yeah. Turning up, I think I prefer a tournament only because, well, depending who's organising the event. Like East versus West, of course, Engen is really good. Neil Pickup's really good at making relatively even matches. So, of course, that is good. But lately, you turn up to a whole heap of super matches and a whole heap of 3-0, 3-0, 3-0s, and I get a bit bored. All righty. So then what would you prefer? I've got a pool of 8 guys, and, they're your best 8 guys, your Devons, your Levens, your Ermies, yourself, your Monster Michael Todds, and whatnot. Now, if you're going to hand over your $20 and sit on the couch all day and watch it on the TV, would you prefer super matches or tournaments?
Still super matches for me. But you also have to remember, though, that your average YouTube viewer who doesn't know the intricacies of arm wrestling, doesn't understand all the adjustments to be made. Like I'm viewing it through my eyes, what I like to watch. But I can understand the average person maybe want to watch tournaments because of the excitement, because of the different names, the speed of it, things like that are a little different cadence. So I can understand a regular person wanting to watch tournaments, but for me, because I'm hardcore into this, I like to watch tournaments.
I prefer watching. Like, if you and I are sitting down and let's have a beer and chuck on the TV, I'm preferring watching super matches. So both of them then, because you and I, Derek, we want this sport to grow, we want to improve it, and we want it to be beyond amazing, and we would love to just hang our hats on, and you and I are signing athletes to $100,000 a year to arm wrestle. That'd be amazing. What would be one thing in each aspect, and I'll start with tournaments, what would be one thing that you think would improve the tournament aspect to make more people go, oh my God, Derek's got California tournament going on this weekend. I have to watch because he's done that one thing to improve it all?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think money is a big one. I mean, that sounds stupid, but the more money, the more draw, the bigger names, the more exciting matches, right? So you have $100,000, the top guys are all coming. Everybody's coming. And you're going to see some awesome names with some awesome styles and different strengths all over the place. So I think money will make a more exciting tournament. Also, I think streamlining the rule set, I think having less and less stops, quicker to the straps, not calling micro elbow fouls, things like that, things of that nature that have more pins in general. People want to see more pins. They want to see people get pinned. We don't want to see it lose on fouls or on ticky-tack stuff. Now, I love WAF. My match is going to be WAF, hardcore rules and stuff. But as a spectator, I understand wanting things to get someone get smashed. Let's see who wins. Like, let's not have it end on fouls. So I think streamlining the rule set for entertainment value and money. Those are probably the two biggest things.
Do you think in the tournaments that, like, I don't know how they would do it. I'm just spitballing here. But do you think that in tournaments, in the final, that you can't lose on fouls? There has to be a winner. I don't know how to do it. I'll probably just blow your brain.
You tell Travis Bajan and Devin Laird that they can't lose on fouls. You're going to see the dirtiest arm wrestling you've ever seen in your life. They are going to do some nasty stuff on that table to get a win. So I don't know if that's possible.
And then I just got to quickly answer a question. Marcus Thompson, letting you know the beers with Beer Man and Bad Companies on Uncle John's channel in 38 minutes. In 38 minutes, if you can't see it, they start in 38 minutes, which is there. So just having a look at some of the things now. Karen Looms is flying the flag for this one. Are you team captain of the West?
No. Carolyn commented on the picture of all the Team West, and she put the guy in the back as team captain. Carolyn is my biggest supporter in the entire world, and I love Carolyn to death. But no, I'm not the team captain. Yeah, right. I mean, if there was one, it'd have to be John Bersake. I mean, obviously, But I appreciate all the support, and Carolyn always believing in me 100%.
All righty. Now I'm going to take advantage of this. We've talked about super matches and tournaments and whatnot, and we've got a professionals aspect on it. Well, now that I've got you, I'm going to steal you. East versus West, big fella. First of all, I was really hating on you. I was really hating on my guy, Big
par
Derek.
For the course. That's par for the course.
Now that you're getting big time, and suddenly Engin announces that you're commentating, and I was just like, fucking kidding me? Like, what do I have to do? I love Derek, and I scream for Derek, and I'm all about getting that vitamin D. And then it's like Derek's commentating, and I was like, all right. Can't hate him. And then bang, you got a match. How?
And I'm commentating, and I'm still commentating.
Yeah. So good luck. Yeah, good luck with that, dickhead. So no. So how? When you were first called up and you had a match and it fell through, and they kind of gave you a second prize, you didn't want to go there and commentate. You wanted to go there and rip some Europeans' arms off. Well, so how was that feeling?
the very first message I received from Egan said, "Hey, are you interested in?" I mentioned about something completely unrelated, not even about East versus West, and then it's like a light bulb popped in his head, and he goes, "Hey, would you want to come out here?" He's like, "I get you a match with Georgie Zarenov," and then in the same message, like 2 lines later, he goes, "Or I'd like to just have you out here and commentate if you want, but I'd like if you want a match, I get you a match." And I said, "Yeah, sure, a match sounds good." And then the match he looked for that, it fell through, whatever, and then he said, "Yeah, but you still want to come out and commentate?" Like, so he mentioned it at the very beginning. I just went for the match instead, and then he switched it to still commentate. So I was full on getting ready for commentary, getting the voice ready and the big smile, the haircut on point. But then it turns out get randomly, and Rebecca Todd even told me, she's like, "They're gonna give you a match. Watch, someone's gonna pull out, someone's gonna get hurt. They always do, and they're gonna use you for a match because I'm there because flight's already bought and everything." So sure enough, get that call. So,
and how were you on an excitement? Because you were there ready to go. And anything you do, if someone invites you to an event, you are or a seminar or anything like that, you're all in. You're all in. You're an exciting guy. You're there for it. So then you're already up here. I'm going to East versus West. I'm going to commentate. It's going to be heaps of fun.
Yep.
And then the cherry on top comes and says, "You're now pulling." How big did your dick grow when you found that out?
I mean, it might have shriveled up a little bit, man. I only 2.5 weeks notice to have a match with the number 11 guy in the world. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm going to luckily I've been training, right? I've been training, just general training because I didn't have a set match in place. So I've been in the gym, but nothing like hardcore, like this date, I got to be ready. And so I'm cool, but I wasn't very heavy. I've been really light. I got down to 336, my lightest. And I was like, oh no, I have a match. I'm eating everything I can. That's why I said it took me 1 week. I went from 336 to 344 today. So I'm trying to gain. I want to get to 350, 355 before I match, hopefully. But, it kind of sucks not being able to have enough time to stack on a bunch more muscle and really get ready. But at the same time, you get the call. And you got to rise to the occasion. I got guys on my team and people in YouTube and arm wrestlers that look up to me. And you got to lead by example. And you got to, take it. You can't run from everything. So
absolutely. And with your character and caliber, it doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. Win, we'll be over the moon. I'm sure Uncle John and I will smash the champagne out and we'll spray it at the cameras and we'll be up and about. But I don't think anyone cares. It's not going to hurt your brand if you don't win. Will he commentate his own match? Says Deeps.
That would be ultimate. I think they do mic the guys up. So maybe I'll try. Maybe all right, he's grabbing me kind of low here, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. he's going knuckles up, guys. Oh, he's got a lot of inside pressure. I don't know. This feels kind of weird to me. I'll be commentating. Why am I wrestling?
Yeah. And then we'll see you run out of breath if you're in a war. You're just in a deep hook war and you're still trying to call. I'm in a hook war. I'm not sure.
I would too. I told he's not that strong, guys. I got him. His hands is on I'll keep talking while I'm going backwards.
That'd be amazing.
Yes, I'll be rocking the backwards cap. I feel like this is my thing, So,
you're the backwards hat. Yep, I'm the Ready Bang guy. You're the backwards hat. I got the trophy.
Yeah.
Wayne Withers, is he on your radar? He says, "Good luck, Big Derek."
Wayne should be on everybody's radar. Wayne's a friggin' monster.
Yeah, I think he's number 1 at 242 or something in America, or he's thereabouts.
242. Wayne ain't no 242. Wayne's a super heavyweight. Wait, I don't think, unless you lost a lot of weight. Wayne, did you lose a bunch of weight?
How much is Wayne? Well, 242 plus then.
Yeah, he's a super. Wayne's, no, but he's probably at least 280 at least, Wayne. I mean, at your lightest, at least 280. I think somewhere around there. He's a big boy. He's almost my height. He's 6'7". He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a massive dude. Really good dude. What will you do, Derek? Let's set the scene. You're 2-0 up.
Oh, 320. 320? Had a boy. Anyway. Yep, keep it on, sorry.
320, shit. 320. We'll get to your question in a moment. We'll get to your question, Brandon, in a moment. Set the scene. Derek's come in. He's 2-0 up in this best of 5 matchup. Round 3 happens and you just get in your sweet spot. You come and you conquer the big Morozov. How will you celebrate?
I'll remember where I'm at immediately and be very respectful. And I'll bow out. I'll bow out slowly off the stage. I'll go behind the stage, close the door, and then start screaming and punching walls. Right? No, I mean, I have a lot of respect for Morozov and for every human being in that room. So, I'm sure I'm going to scream in general. I'm not going to shake his arm and be disrespectful about it, but I'll give my victory scream, of course. And then I don't know if we're doing all arounds. I think we just do 3-5. It ends at best.
Yeah, ends at that. Once you go 3-0 up and you win, that's it.
I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, and that scenario you played out happens, and shake his hand, say, thank you very much, big scream, pick up the girlfriend, give her a kiss, and then I have to go right into the commentary booth, apparently right afterwards. So,
well, I find if you're not screaming in someone's face and that, but I find the bigger the celebration, the more respect that you've given to the opponent. So, like, if you pin me, Derek, and you're just like, 1, 2, 3, awesome, thanks for the match, off you go. I'm like, well, Derek thought he was going to beat me easy. But if you go whack, whack, and then you're like, yes, and you give it these ones, and you look at the camera, and you're like, I love you, baby, and you get down on one knee and propose. What? Breaking news. Yeah. And then you do. I feel like then you're giving, like, because you're not screaming in their face, but I feel you're giving Morozov more respect.
Gotcha, because it means more.
Yeah. Gotcha. Super chat comes in from Z Cars Guitar Account. Thank you very much for the help and support. You dead set legend. He says, I really hope Big D gets number one day. Always good vibes coming from you guys.
Me too. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
I think we all do. I think you all do. We've got Mario Tambakis. He's our Australian People's Champ. I've got a feeling you're up there as one of the top 5 People's Champ. Everyone wants you. I can't see too many people, even with that whole when you beat Tim Bresnan. I don't think there was too much hate. There was like who you should pull next, but there wasn't too much hate. I think you're a bit of a People's Champ.
I want to be.
Which would be awesome. Marcus is backing up your second career. He says, tell them to F off with the rhymes. Make sure no one steals all your rap.
Hey, my rapping career it's not over. I still have some more stuff I'm going to make. I'm going to release another hit single at some point. I wish I could do it before the week's over.
And Wayne Withers is like, tell Derek to tell his boss to stop ducking me and get me to Turkey. To tell his boss. I want a Middle Eastern date from a hottie for the weekend. Wayne, you just got to build that social media platform. You're just smashing people. You're a top puller, Wayne. You're a top puller. You're a character. And we just need to see more of it. We just need it.
That's super true. Wayne, it's super easy to get going on this YouTube stuff. Literally, any of these guys, Uncle John, Evan Burgoyne, Aussie Arm Wrestler, all of them would love to have you on the channel, man. All you do is shoot them a message like, hey, let me jump in, or in one of these live streams, message them, hey, send me an invite. You hop in the Zoom, you talk for a little bit. It's not hard, man. It's really easy.
Yeah, I've had Wayne on before when I was talking about his match with Don Underwood. I was just like, Wayne, just like now, Derek, you're in there like, hey, Derek, you want to come on? Proving Astrology has a question for you. He says, Derek, what do you think Pradeep keeps ducking Aussie?
Well, Pradeep's obviously seen the trophy, be brandished around. I mean, I can't imagine that instills too much confidence in him, So, and the backwards hat tends to lean. So those things combined, that makes sense for Pradeep to duck Jake here.
Thank you. Don't let travel restrictions and being on the other side of the world don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. But you probably nailed it there, Derek, because what? Stop bringing it up, everyone.
I'm coming for that one day. I'm coming for it.
Well, if you get enough money won from East versus West, because it's minimum 6 figures if you want to challenge me. Gotcha. This is my retirement plan. I'm not just giving away Olympic gold medals. No. Oh, cool. You challenge me to win gold medal? No. You got to put up that cash, that big fat stack of cash. Like, actually, here's a good example for everyone that wants to challenge me for this one. Your stack of cash needs to be taller than Derek Smith. That's how it has to happen. Brandon. Derek is amazing for the sport. Great guy, very high arm wrestling IQ, and a dangerous arm wrestler. Also in the chats, he tries to answer everyone's question. Brandon, sometimes when I'm busy or doing some exercises, I will put on Derek's live. I will put on one of Derek's old lives, and I will watch his mind race faster than Usain Bolt in the 100-meter sprint because Derek, once again, he knows it. He knows it's about interaction with you guys. He's all about the people, and I just see his mind going. And like if the chat gets too much. Word of advice for you, Derek. Slow-mo mode.
No,
that.
No, I don't need it yet. I refuse to give myself a handicap or a crutch. I'm not. I don't give in. It's a battle. Me versus chat. It's a war, a nonstop war, and I'm trying to win.
I do want to. One thing we can compete somehow is some video games, because you used to be a professional gamer, so I wouldn't mind. I'm rubbish at like fighting games, but if we play like sport, I'll smash up. Mike Ayano, who's also a YouTube banger, but also a supporter, he says, late to the party, Derek, can't wait to see you destroy him on the 21st. Ready,
Gotcha.
Bang.
Thank you, Mike.
How much, Derek? I'm a negotiating man. willing to talk numbers.
Okay.
How much will it cost for your first pin on Morozov?
Mm-hmm.
2 pinning. Point to the camera. Scream ready bang and say, that's for you, Aussie arm wrestler.
Ooh. Man. That's a lot. Because that means that in that moment of rage and carnage, you have to be on my brain somehow. So it's not that I would be willing to do it. It's just to center myself in that moment and be like, ready, bang, that's for you. Awesome.
No, do not do it, because if you get a pin, the last thing I would feel so guilty for is for that mind frame. For you to pin and go, oh, that's right. Ready, bang. And then I'm like, oh, no, I've thrown Derek off. I've thrown him
I
off.
just get smoked 3 times in a row. And I was like, get out of the...
Once again, bloody hell. This man is, speaking of biggest supporters, the Money Slam. He's just Marcus Thompson. Well, Marcus and I speak a lot off camera. We keep in contact, and yeah, just the help and support. Yeah, I get in Aussie Arm Wrestler mode and shit like this. You know, everyone that helps and supports all of our channels. This is just very, very, very humbling, and it just makes things unbelievable. Once again, with a massive Money Slam super chat, says, Derek, make sure you hold Big Matt's hand when he's getting the hair transplant in Matt Mask. No mercy, Derek. Get angry. Destroy these boys in Turkey. Marcus, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I really don't.
Marcus is in everybody's chat. Hundreds. I have to know what your weekly tab is right now, Marcus, on YouTube. YouTube Super Chat. I have to know. I really want to know, because he's in my chat. Marcus is a huge supporter of all arm wrestling YouTube.
Yeah,
dude, guy's amazing.
Yeah. And you should see what I'm not going to announce it now, but you should see what he's doing for me. I'll tell you off camera, Derek, because I might be able to get your help as well. But yeah. Nothing but kind words to say about Marcus Thompson. I can't express enough. I just can't. I just can't. I just want to leave that comment up there. I mean, there's so many awesome comments. You know, Sarah Latona screaming your good name, saying Derek is always willing to help new arm wrestlers. So it's awesome as a new puller. Absolutely. And I think one thing I'm really enjoying, the old people, not old people, sorry, the people that have been in the sport for a very long time, like yourself, with this new YouTube fame and the big matches fame, all of you, all the way up to John Brasink, remember the dark days. So your willingness for time, whether it's your first day in your sport or you've been around the traps for 100 years. You know what I mean? You guys are just amazing. You guys are just amazing in giving your time, your energy, your concentration. Yeah, it's so good. There's no other sport in the world when I can message. Well, when an elite athlete is watching my show and I just message him on Facebook, and now he's on the show talking about his big upcoming match that he's going to smash. Derek, smash.
I'm a man. I can't speak for everybody in that list of amazing human beings that you listed. But for me, arm wrestling is more than just a sport to me, and always has been. It's something that in my worst times of my life, when things were all bad, and I don't want to get into those details too much. When things were just the worst, I always had arm wrestling, and I always defaulted back to that. I always had this one thing I was doing, this one passion that was always like, okay, I got that going. I might have a really bad day. All this is really going bad, but I got that. I got my thing, right? My thing I can go work on, my thing I have faith in that I'll reach some kind of goal. And then through that, I met all my best friends, like in my life, my crew, my team, who I travel everywhere with, who I call on bad days, has nothing to do with arm wrestling. I have all my best people, and just everything's based around it. And like all my travels I'm getting to do, like everything's been based around this sport that I love so much. And I really fully acknowledge that I have to give back. Like, it's not, I mean, yeah, I want to make this my life, and I want to make money off arm wrestling and stuff, but more than anything, like, I want to give back to the sport that's given so much to me. So whenever I get a chance or I see an opportunity to help someone, like, yeah, completely free, man, just hit me up and ask me the question, and I will answer it. Anything I can do to help this sport and teach someone new and get them into it, like 100%. I've always been all in, and I will always be all in terms of helping the sport grow and doing whatever I can do, because I feel like it's given me so much. You have to give back. I mean, that's just karma. That's just life. And so it's just more than just me arm wrestling and screaming. There's so much more involved with it, and I love it to death. I mean, I will till I die. So,
nailed it. And the same was for me. We all know that my wife battled cancer, and it was on exactly the same trajectory as I was doing this Aussie arm wrestler thing. And then the arm wrestling community just went, "Oh, this guy, this weirdo from Melbourne in his kitchen. Yeah, we like him." And when I had 43 subscribers, the big names of the sport were coming on, and everyone was willing to help, come have a laugh, hang out. And yeah, so I'm forever grateful for the arm wrestling world. And never in any other sport am I able to call people from the other side of the world my good friends. You can just message, "Hey man, what's up? Want to hang out, want to do this." And yeah, the content creating and everything is just so is so amazing. Derek, your big ledge, before we wrap up. Don't forget, guys, in 18 minutes, Beer Man on Uncle John's channel. It's going to be a wild drinking show.
Count me out. Me and my daughter are going to swimming practice here in a minute, so I'm out.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap up in a couple of minutes. I'm going to get a final, and I want everyone in the comments section to answer, and then we'll wrap it up. Derek Smith. We'll go again. Derek Smith, East versus West match. What is your prediction?
For my match?
For your match.
Oh, come on, Jake. Jesus. I don't know. I know everybody. This is the part that I'm focusing on this next 2 weeks, right? This growing. I've always ran the same race in terms of getting ready for a super match, in terms of like, I fear the person, and I train as if I'm afraid. I train as if they're miles ahead of me and I have nothing to lose. And as I get closer and closer, I start the belief and everything starts gaining in my head. Till the day of, I'm confident this guy shouldn't even be on the table with me. Like, this is not even fair that we're on the same table. Like, that's where I'm at, moment of competition, right? This is a whole new experience for me, having 2.5 weeks. So like, this is something I've been working on. I'm doing so much homework. I'm messaging everybody I can. I'm asking for advice from Neil Pickup and every single person I can reach out. Match. Now, I think I see some potential gaps and maybe some potential spots if we're within reason of power. So like right now, my brain is at like 50-50, man. But by the time the match happens, I'm going to be in a different mindset. And if I'm not, then it's going to be probably 3-0. So if you guys see me go up on that stage and I'm laughing, I'm having a little bit too much fun, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. In my history of my arm wrestling career, you can tell right when I walk into the stage whether I'm going to do good or I'm going to do bad. It's pretty obvious.
Super focused. Everything goes according to plan. What's the score?
Well, 3-0. Well, okay. To be honest,
hey, that's what we want.
To be honest, like, and this is obvious. I don't need to hide this. I'm gonna be attacking in some way his hand. I'm gonna be trying to control his hand. If your hand gets dominated, there's not a ton of options, right? That'll sway that. So if I am successful and I do somehow control and dominate his hand, then a 3-0 score should be realistic, right? Because it's hard to come back from that, right? Yeah, I mean, if I do get that, then we're going 3-0, man. We're going for the gold here. People think I can do it. I don't know. Matt Mass thinks
I think you can do it. You are the vitamin D. You're the big man, the people's champ, and we all absolutely love you. Guys, we'll wrap it up here. Derek's going to take his beautiful daughter. Thanks for coming on, man, for 15, 20 minutes. It's small thing. I absolutely love it. I'm
always down to party with you, Jake. Love watching you come, you and your growing channel, man. You know, I always got your back. Whenever you need anything from me, just ask. And I mean, all the people that are in your chat are the people that are in my chat. These are all our people.
They're local superstars. Yeah, I call them all my friends. I hate using the word subscribers. I call these people my friends. I feel like I know them all personally, and geez, they make me laugh. They have me in tears on Maximum Bang Monday. If you get a chance, go watch the last half an hour of that. I lose it.
Oh, can I say one more thing before, real quick? Ingen, every East versus West, Ingen does a bunch of promoting to try to raise money via the GoFundMe. It's behind. This one is behind where it has been for the last couple of GoFundMes for East versus West. So tomorrow when I go live, I'm going to be doing heavy pushing for the GoFundMe. If there's any way one of your moderators can share it in the chat, you guys.
Drop the link so I can put it in the description.
Yeah, that would be fantastic, guys. I want to try to get some more because that's how these things are possible. The East versus West is because it's a community-funded project for the most part, and so that mixed with the pay-per-views, that's what makes these happen. If we want to see these continue to happen, we have to continue to support it. So if you guys have anything you would super chat me tomorrow, please just take it and put it in the GoFundMe, or something like that. Or maybe tomorrow I'll just take all the super chats I get and I'll put it in the GoFundMe. I'll do something like that. We got to get the ball rolling on this GoFundMe stuff as much as we can. Because this East versus West stuff is awesome. We got to continue to see this.
You get the best in the world. Thank you for reminding me, and I'll give it a big push as well. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Guys, we will wrap it up there. You dead set legends. Absolutely love it all. This big guy is going to smash it on the commentary and then smash Morozov 3-0. You heard it here first from the Aussie arm wrestler. And as always, ready, bang! Ready, bang!